You know what was your last week's upload to download ratio? Anybody whose ratio of upload to download was more than 1? Please raise hand. Did you follow what I'm saying? Anybody here whose upload to download ratio was more than 1? What kind of destiny this attitude is breeding? I mean, when my download is so high and upload is so little, what am I trying to tell the world? I'm a consumer of knowledge, but I'm not a producer of knowledge, correct? Is that what our society should be all about? Is that why we are here? So when we set up Srishti in 93, Gyan in 97, Gyan was the first incubator in the world. Innovation, investment, enterprise. This triangle, we were trying to connect and reduce the transaction cost of the investor, of the entrepreneur. Such a triangle didn't exist, at least not in the context of the Grassroot Innovations. And then we created NIF in 2000, National Innovation Foundation. Such a foundation did not exist anywhere, not in this country, not anywhere else. And we created District Innovation Fund of 2 crores, every single district. 13th Finance Commission, Dr. Kelkar was chairman of that commission. I told him, sir, can't we do this much? You allocate tens of thousands of crores to different states and everybody. Sir, I'm asking for only 600 districts, 1200 crores. Kya badi baat hai, sir? And it became a policy. It continues. Every collector has 2 crores, now maybe 5 crores to spend on. It's all a district innovation fund. Ban gaya. But the fact is that it happened. So I was not only talking about innovations becoming product, which of course we were doing, but we were also creating an ecosystem which will make innovations of anybody and everybody go up. 10 innovators stayed as the guest of President of India because he wanted to give a message. This country cares. Area where we are not so good is this one, sensing the unmet need. There was a student group in one of his class, which is something my very favorite project. When you go to auto rickshaw, you have used auto rickshaw. When you climb, the height of the step is all right, or is it too much or too little? Now, what do you do when you put the luggage in the auto rickshaw? What happens next? You have to enter the auto rickshaw. You have to sit on the seat. What do? You put the luggage. Then what do? You push the luggage. Is it easy or difficult? So what should be done to make it easier? What this group did, now think of it. And these are students like you. I'm not talking about somebody from other part of the world, another planet. Huh? Similar course last year.
Then we tried to create a modular system where we could adjust these lines along the bolts so that we can find the optimal length of our 4-bar mechanism, which will give us an adjustable ground clearance. And that has helped us achieve this shape in the end. This shape allows us to raise the ground clearance when it is shut, and it comes both outside and lower when it is open.
And I happen to be there in the jury of that course, and I like this idea so much that I can't explain to you. And the reason I'm picking it up is it's beautiful because it shows that complex problems with which our society has learned to live for such a long time can be solved with such little effort. So they put a small channel on this surface. So the area of contact between the suitcase and the ground of the base of the has been reduced. Less friction, more easy to move. Simple principle, isn't it? Isn't it a nice idea? And a retractable step. They made retrofitting step. These were the 2 things that they did. What they did not do, and what some of you might like to do, is to go and get it installed in. Is it exciting to take somebody else's idea forward, or only we should take our ideas forward? Huh? Tell me. This course is about that. You're only bringing people who have made their ideas go to the people. So that's the crux of it. This question is the crux of the sports. None of you would like to take their ideas forward, correct? That is the problem. You know, not everybody can be good in everything. Some of you may be good in ideating, and that is fine. And some may be good in implementation. And you should realize that, and you should accept it. What's wrong with that? This world would not have so many products and services accessible to us if somebody did not scale them up and transport and make it available to us, isn't it? Are these not useful people? But the point is, if somebody else finds a solution, I can innovate in delivering it to the people. That's also innovation, a service delivery innovation, isn't it? We don't need only product innovation. We also need service delivery innovation. We also need financing innovation. We also need after-sales service innovation. We need a whole ecosystem of innovations to make this country go forward or any society go forward. Shouldn't we? And we have to solve this problem. And we have to solve it now and here. So think about it. How can we do that? So we learn from teacher within, teacher around, teacher nature, teacher among common people. And let's look at a case study. So this is a hand pump, and it is in Rajasthan, where water is very, very scarce. So what is the problem here? Water is spilling over. So we must find a solution. This is the solution. Two grassroot innovators, Vishwakarma and one more person. Small pipe for drinking water, bigger one for filling the bucket, and it costed only 100 rupees, retrofitting. एक ऊपर का सिलेंडर निकाला, दूसरा लगा दिया. But this is not complete. If some water still spills over, then anemic like it is inclusive, not just of human beings, but also non-human sentient beings. When you design solutions, think about birds, squirrels, ants, animals. They enrich our life, they enrich this nature. So they must be part of our solutions. So in Purulia, I noticed this. When you have this socket and you pump it every day, what would happen? It will strike against that base, isn't it? So this will get worn out after some time because of the handle. So this community, what they did, they have tied a wooden piece here, which also has worn out after some time. You can see the groove here. Temporary solution hai ye. This is the mindset, not a very appreciable mindset of providing temporary solutions. Now let us go to Bastar. We went there for Shodhyatra. So this was one solution. So this will not allow handle to go further down. So damage nahi hoga wo section, but it will strike and hurt a little bit. ठीक है ना? Every time it will hurt. How about this one? Conceptually, think about it conceptually. Don't think or look at it only artifactually. It has, as you were saying, rebound, would not hurt, would not damage. Correct? Smooth solution. But the designer of the hand pump has learned nothing from it. UNICEF has not learned anything from it. Now the challenge is, how do we bring about change in these designs everywhere so that as a society we become more efficient? So we have to overcome 6 kinds of exclusion. Exclusion over space, mountains, flood-prone areas, drought, deserts. Exclusion over sector. So for example, this handloom sector, the khadi sector, very neglected. Hardly any innovation has taken place for the weavers and for the spinners of the yarn. Seasons, currently in Bihar and parts of country, the whole region is flooded. How do we deliver milk and medicines to the people who are living in the settlements which are marooned? How many amphibious vehicles do we have in this country? Isn't it obvious that we need it? The exclusion takes place in certain months of the year. Lahore Spiti, we have gone there for Shodhyatra. After Rohtang Pass is closed in October, November, for 4 months it is cut off. And we don't have helicopter service. So it's excluded. Certain social segments are excluded. Dalits, sometimes even women are excluded from the designs. Skills of certain kinds get excluded. And structure of governance. Structure of governance means the norms by which you design exclusion. So let us say you have 1 health worker per 1,000 people. Now 1 health worker per 1,000 people in an area where population density is 1,000 persons per square kilometer versus where it is 50 persons per square kilometer doesn't make sense. It is designed exclusion by design. As a designer, your job is not just to design a product and service. You have to also design policies, the processes, the system, the institutions, which will make sure that the value of that design, solution that you have designed reaches the people who it is meant for, isn't it? So this was the triangle which we developed in 1997, again, for converting these 3 together. economic enterprise, social enterprise, cultural, ecological, investment of time, energy, and finance, not just money, connections. He can open more gates for many of you, or I can open more gates for any of you than probably another person, because we know so many people. That is investment of our social capital in your learning, in your growth. The kind of people you are bringing, they're all part of your social network. Remember, you will have this own social capital. Tomorrow, whether you invest it for someone who deserves it but can't desire it is your decision. Someone who deserves it but cannot desire it. In the previous batch, in this class, if they had not looked at the problem of auto rickshaw driver cannot come to you and ask for problem will be solved. They can't hire a faculty of IIT, IDC as a consultant. But they need their problem to be solved. Look at this. You have innovation playground. Inside out, high, low. Outside in, high, low. If both are low, that means you don't want to learn from outside and you don't want to share with outside, you are an ostrich. Doomed. Many companies dissolved, disappeared. They didn't learn enough, they didn't share enough. You want to learn a lot from outside. Inside out is low, outside in is high. You want to get information from outside, crowdsourcing, P&G, Johnson & Johnson, they ask for ideas, they give some $10,000, $15,000 award. They don't tell you how much they made out of that solution. Don't give me more money, but at least tell me. My idea was worth $200 million. I don't mind not being paid extra, because that's the part of the contract. But my worth, my self-esteem will go up if you told me that actually my idea helped you to make 200 million. Here, outside in is low. They are so ahead of the curve, they don't want to learn from you outside, they want to share. Tesla made all their patents open. लोगों ने कहा क्या कर रहा है यार? Other people will compete with you. By the time they learn to make what I have already made, I'll make something better. So yeah, that's the confidence. That's what innovators do. They remain ahead of the curve always. They produce competition. They generate. By sharing, he wanted more people to get into the battery charging business. Because if there's more competition, I will be agile. Otherwise, I will become complacent. If I have no pressure, then I will not learn faster. I will not experiment. I will not learn. Innovators have to do it all the time. As a teacher, I have to do that all the time. This is the one where both are high. DB, DB. Dil bada, dimag bada. Only those who have big heart and big mind can learn a lot and share a lot. So we have a database called as Tech